Weight loss is, let a second. Weight loss is a two-part process. I'm going to say it again because it's important. Weight loss is a two-part process, especially as women in menopause. Hi, I'm Lori Blue, functional diagnostic nutrition practitioner, and we are live here on Instagram and YouTube. So if you see my head go one way or another, that's why. But I am so excited to be here and hang out with you so that you can understand how to lose weight for good, to have permanent weight loss as a woman over 50. This is so important because if we don't focus on this, then how are we going to actually be healthy? And I want to lead into that too, but I'm going to talk about this is my webinar tomorrow at 5 p.m. Pacific, Wednesday, April 2nd. It's free. Sign up in my bio, my links, and come and join me and find out more about Slender Over 50, how to maintain that, why you want to have Slender Over 50, and what does it mean, but also the holistic side of that, the holistic path to healthy aging. To me, that's so important because I want everybody to understand and to know that they have the choice for health. You also have the choice for weight loss. A lot of the times you might feel like you really don't have a choice, that you're stuck being overweight, and it's not true. And if I had known what I know now in my 30s and 40s, I never would have lost out on living those quality years of life. I was stuck with asthma, sinusitis, bronchitis, depression, anxiety, and weighing 225 pounds. So that was not fun. And I didn't have any pretty clothes, didn't feel good in my body, had no confidence, was just a mousy, anxiety ridden woman. And, it wasn't fun. So we're not there anymore. Now it's Slender Over 50. And when we actually dial in weight loss and make it permanent, which you just have to follow certain things to do so. And what I'm noticing as a practitioner and having used my lived experience of being 225 pounds, losing 100 pounds, and the secret sauce to keeping the weight loss off. That is hard for most people. I don't find it hard because I've dialed in certain things. Because as I started losing weight, I didn't diet. I was never dieting. And that's the big thing you want to look at is we do not want to diet. Hi, Nancy. We don't want to diet for weight loss because if you're on a diet, guess what it is? It's a temporary solution, not a permanent solution. When you go on a diet, you just think, I'm going to lose 5, 10, 20 pounds. And then you're going to go celebrate, right? You're going to eat the thing. You're going to go out and have the alcohol, or you're going on vacation and you're going to eat all the food and everybody's celebrating. So you drink alcohol. And what you didn't do was change your lifestyle and make that diet a lifestyle change. And so that is what's going to cement this in. That's what's going to keep this process permanent weight loss, lose weight for good. So you always feel great. So you want to go into weight loss as a weight loss lifestyle change and make specific habits. Holistic health habits. When you make holistic health habits, what you're going to do is get actions that you do every week cemented in as the lifestyle changes. So each week you make these action changes. You start moving more. You start moving even more. You get more brain energy. You take out the foods that cause inflammation in your body. You change the vegetable oils that are inflammatory and go down to natural fats. And you hydrate more. You might hydrate more with potassium and sodium, which we need. And you might get some magnesium, and maybe in the beginning you're constipated, but then you get the right magnesium and you can get unconstipated. So if there's constipation, there could be issues with bacterial overgrowth and bacterial dysbiosis. And if you've got stomach conditions, those are some things to think about too. So like what can you do and what biohacks can you maybe do to fix your stomach, so fix your digestion? Those are all things we can change and adjust and correct. And that's what I do in my business is I help people, women over 50 specifically in menopause, actually fix your digestion, fix the stomach acid, correct dysbiosis, correct your gut health, help you balance your hormones, and put your body back together again. the way it was designed. But the problem is when there's vital voids and your minerals are off track, if you're not digesting your food and you're not getting the nutrients you need for those vital voids to function, then your body just doesn't work the way it's supposed to. So then you have more anxiety, more depression, more fatigue, and maybe some brain fog because you're not getting those things dialed in. And so that's why another reason why a diet doesn't necessarily work very well, if those things are in the way, I call them weight loss blocks. So if you've got those weight loss blocks in the way, low stomach acid, not digesting your food, mineral malabsorption, fat malabsorption, protein despite protein malabsorption as well. All of those things are happening and we're not absorbing our food. So that's a problem. I see that problem all the time with my clients, but I fix it. So I fix metabolisms. It's super exciting. And I just got a good report from a client today. She just started with me, and I was. She mentioned she was feeling better, and as I dig deeper, I'm like, "Why are you feeling? What do you think you're feeling better?" She goes, "I'm sleeping better." Well, why are you sleeping better? She goes, I'm not waking up to pee in the middle of the night as I normally do, and that's a problem. So that's one of the clues that I look at to see what's going on with my clients. It's like if you pee, have to get up in the middle of the night to go pee, there's a problem. If you have to get up 3 to 4 times in the middle of the night to go pee, you've got a problem. If you can't hold your bladder when you're moving around and jumping and walking around, oh, you have to pee all the time, that's a problem. That's an inflammatory response somewhere in the body, and that's mineral malabsorption as well. So we want to actually track those and figure out what those are. And so we can lose weight. But if you still have inflammation, if you're still eating foods you are sensitive to, that's a problem because you're going to have a more inflammatory body response. And those food sensitivities can keep you overweight more because what they do is cause an antigen response in the body. They're also keeping your gut leaky, so you're absorbing, things that are not supposed to be absorbed. That can lead to autoimmunity in your body and cause your immune system to be lower. That's happening as well. Um, all kinds of things happen because we're not supposed to. Actually, from our mouth down into the anus is an open area, basically, and we have something called zonulin. It's an enzyme that's supposed to it's like a gatekeeper. It's supposed to open and close to let things into the body and keep it closed most of the time. But people are eating wheat and they're having food sensitivities, and we end up with stress and we end up with zonulin wide open. And that's the problem with people who have Hashimoto's and thyroid issues, as well as autoimmunity and any kind of pain and inflammation in your body. Zonulin is wide open. And so you're getting more inflammatory response in your body, your gut dysbiosis, leaky gut, and that's keeping you overweight because you have inflammation. That inflammation is disturbing your mineral balance, and then you're in a more inflammatory state, holding on to water. But also, if your body is inflammatory at that point, what's happening is you're gonna store more body fat rather than burn body fat. So that's the other side of it. But when we're losing weight and the weight is coming off, that's a happy place to be. But you don't wanna lose weight if you're still keeping inflammation in your body. And I had a one client that kind of, that taught me more about this, or pointed it out to me. Sorry about that, I'm gonna drink some water. She pointed it out to me because she had done a weight loss challenge and lost some weight when the challenge, right? Didn't lose all the gut dysfunction she had in her, the gas, the bloating, the, um, intestinal gas and inflammation in her belly. And then she just didn't feel good. So that happened before she started working with me. After she started working with me, what she noticed was as she started to lose the weight, she started to feel better. She no longer had that gut dysfunction. And she lost 26 pounds and lost the inflammation. But when she had done the work loss challenge, she had lost some weight, but didn't lose the inflammation. So all the weight comes back. So if you do not address inflammation with your weight loss as well, and still continue to snack on foods that are causing leaky gut and food sensitivities, you're going to stall out on your weight loss and think the diet you're doing is just not working, or you're going to get so overwhelmed and your adrenals are going to be so exhausted and you're just not going to feel good. And You can only use willpower for so long. If you don't feel good, you're not gonna keep dieting, you're just gonna go eat the things that make you feel good. I like macadamia nuts for that reason. But that's the thing is if we can't feel good, we can't make this work. And so what we need to do is to turn off the inflammation, look at creating a lifestyle around weight loss so that we can have weight loss that stays gone for good. And so to get weight loss down and to have permanent weight loss, you also want to be on a low carb diet because a low carb diet is going to help you maintain muscle mass. Your muscle is your basal metabolic rate. When you have more muscle, you are able to burn a better have a better metabolism and burn more glucose through that muscle. You get to actually burn more calories with more muscle. So the goal is to build more muscle. And so the goal is also not to eat every 2 hours, but to maybe eat 2 to 3 times a day, but to get 30 grams of protein at your meals to help build more protein and to satiate your body because we do have a protein threshold set point that the body is looking for maintenance of the body and for satiation purposes to turn off your appetite. And that's the other thing. If you're eating processed food and not a lot of protein, you're going to be hungry all the time, which turns on your sugar switch, and you're in a fat storage mode rather than a fat burning mode. And what we want to do is just to create that muscle, burn more calories, eat less often, satiate the body, keep that sugar switch turned off. The bonus there is that sugar switch is a disease switch too. So that's your metabolic switch. And so when you turn it off, you're healthier. So that's the holistic path to healthy aging. So being slender over 50, you really want to do a low carb lifestyle change. You need to pretty much when you're over 50 because our adrenals are tanked, our hormones are tanked, and we need low carb as the support. That's your backbone to support your body because otherwise you end up with poor muscle, skeletal muscle diminishes, your bones diminish because what's needed for both of those protein. Are you absorbing that protein? Are you breaking that protein down? No, you're not. You don't have enough digestive stomach support. It's low in just about every client that I work with, and you might not be digesting your fat and your protein if you're not if you don't have enough fat digestion, if you don't have enough bile acid movement, you may not be able to detox and you might have more constipation. You may not have enough of that. And if you're not enough stomach acid, you're not digesting that fat and the protein. And so you're not absorbing your nutrients. That's a vital void. I was just talking with another client and we were going over her HTMA because we were going troubleshooting some stomach issues. And I wanted to, check back in. I'm like, okay, well, you need to have this mineral. It's super low. We need to make sure we keep these three minerals in. And it's important that she has those minerals and she needs to do specific things to keep her minerals balanced. So this is huge. If you do not focus on minerals as a health hobby, you're not going to have the balance you need and you're going to have more inflammation and your minerals are going to be imbalanced. And that makes you feel more tired, makes you feel more fatigued, and it can create more depression. And so this is a healing opportunity that we want to focus on. And that was what I was just starting my new client on, as I had mentioned earlier, how she's not getting up in the middle of the night to pee as often, and the minerals are starting to work. And that was one of the first things we implemented, and some MCT oil for anti-inflammatory purposes. So I love it when a good plan comes together. And so that makes me happy to see all that happening. So just keep in mind that weight loss, successful weight loss, is that two-part process, especially as a woman in menopause over 50, because we have less adrenal health, we have low hormones, and we need to balance those hormones, and we need to actually support our adrenals and our um, our cortisol levels, our whole hypothalamus, pituitary, and adrenal axis all goes together. And you really need to have hormone replenishment. But before you do hormone replenishment, you need to take a Dutch test to find out whether you need to detoxify any hormones that could be building up and didn't get detoxified. So the liver needs to be supported and your gut needs to be supported. And those two things need to happen together so that we can determine if your estrogen levels are blocked, absorbing, detoxifying, if they're low, if they're too high. And then that's when you bring in your hormone balancing with your estrogen and progesterone replenishment and see where you are from there. And then that makes you feel better. That gives you more energy. That makes you feel amazing. When you don't have those hormone balances, we're tired. We don't have that energy. We don't have the motivation, and we don't want to get up and do that movement that we need. And God forbid if we should have to get up before 6 o'clock to see that sunlight because we're just exhausted. So to get up, I woke up naturally at 5:30 today and felt rested for the most part. And got up and got some morning light in my eyes. I always block the blue light with some blue light blocking glasses in the morning until I can get outside and get my sunlight. And so that's an important thing to think about also because we have to build those holistic, healthy habits for aging beautifully and adventurously. That's what we need to do. And that is the second part of this process. Like if you do not create your weight loss as a lifestyle change and then work to create the habits that keep your body healthy, to have that healthy aging, then that weight loss might just boomerang back. And that's where I was stuck before my 50s, before my 53, when I first went into a more keto style diet. Before I started that, I was always on that merry-go-round of weight loss and weight gain, regain. It always came back. And I used to say, if I wasn't dieting, I was gaining weight. How many here have been like that, right? If you weren't dieting, you're just gaining weight. And so women live like that, trying to do low calorie. We're told to eat low protein. This doesn't work. This is a skinny myth. None of that works to create a healthy body. It just makes people sick. And it takes away from the nutrition that your body needs because your body needs those good fats, those good proteins. Those are protective. There's a lot of things we can do that are protective. These are all the things that I go over in my program with my clients, and especially my 6-month program. I have more time to give you the support that you need. And so don't ever feel like you're alone, that you just have to do this by yourself and that, the diet's not working and you're a failure because it's never you. It's never your fault. You just don't know what you don't know. And what we need to do is have a mentor, have a buddy, have accountability buddy, get the support you need. I'm here for you if you need that support, if you want to fast track it, collapse the time it takes to get healthy, and get excited about these lifestyle changes. Use diagnostic labs like the Dutch urine test to find out what's going on with your hormones and your cortisol and your adrenal levels. And so, um, and even your dopamine levels and your melatonin, what do those look like? And then running a GI map stool test will tell us what's going on with your stomach. Do you have bacteria, that dysbiosis? Most people do. What do you have? Strep? Do you have staph? All of those bacteria could be elevated. You have H. pylori messing up your stomach and low stomach acid. And then what are we looking at further down from there? Those are the labs that I run to find your hidden healing opportunities and discover your weight loss blocks so that I can put you back together again. And this just lights me up because it's such an exciting process. It works every single time. So don't ever feel like you're ever alone and you can't get this solved because you're not alone. Come follow me on YouTube. Come follow me on Facebook. I have the Holistic Low Carb Weight Loss as a group in Facebook. And I can never remain the name of it because it's just holistic low carb weight loss. But look up Lori Ballou in Facebook if you want to join. And if you're local in Southern California, I'm also doing a Thursday night, 6 o'clock walk and chat, kind of a weight loss meetup group. So if you're local to Los Angeles County, I might stray beyond the Antelope Valley and meet you in Santa Clarita, but let me know if you're interested in that as well, because we all need to hang out together and create a community of weight loss lifestyle support, because it is important to make sure that we stay healthy as we age. Because if you don't focus on staying healthy as you're aging, you will age too fast. What we can do is slow it down and age young. And so if you want to age beautifully and adventurously, stay active. You can see me on my reels. I'm out there moving around. I'm getting 15 to 30,000 steps when I go out on my hikes and when I'm out moving around, because my body's healthy, because I've created brain energy. I've made stronger mitochondria. I have healthier bacteria. I have good bowel movements, and my eyes are healthy. My skin glows because I use the right products and I'm using the right nutrition and I have the right health habits to be aging young, feeling amazing at 62, no health conditions, no pain in my body other than a little bit of tennis elbow because I'm strengthening up my arm. That's just because I've been playing tennis and my arm has never been used to that. So I just have to build up more strength. So that's something I need to do. And And then we just get more brave, we get more confident, we get out there, move around, get on a road trip, go camping, all these things we can do because we're more adventurous. You know what I did today that was, something I didn't wanna do? I was a little bit irritated about, the swamp cooler was banging, and there was a loose cabinet, so I took a peek up there, and I noticed that the cabinet door was loose and it was banging, and it's windy out here, so I'm like, "Okay, I gotta get up that ladder and let's just go do it." So I just stopped thinking about it, just went up that ladder and got up on the roof, and I actually corrected that dang door, and it didn't look like it was gonna close right away, and I thought I'd have to get down and go get some, um, packing tape and tape it up. But all of a sudden, I just lifted it up and it was in place. And I'm like, yes, I did that myself. We could do hard things. We could do things we're not used to. We could do new things. We can get brave. We can have confidence as women over 50. We could do it all. If you are a determined woman over 50 and you want your health back, come to my Slender Over 50 Holistic Path to Healthy Aging. It's tomorrow, 5 p.m. Pacific. And it's gonna be about an hour and a half. If there's more than a couple of people and there's a Q&A, it could go on longer. I don't have anything to do after that, but there will also be a special at the end. So if you've been wanting to work with me and this is the time to do it, I've got a discount for you this tonight, tomorrow night, only if you come live. And so get excited because I think getting healthy is exciting. And if you make it a health adventure and if you get excited about making the changes and you get out there and you live your life with that excitement and turn it into an adventure, you're going to win. You're going to win the battle of the disease. You're going to win the battle of aging, and you're going to be aging like a boss and figuring it all out and feeling amazing and having confidence. And then all of a sudden, you're going to look around and you're going to be aware of like, oh my God, look at all of this. You made the changes and you notice that the people around you haven't made those changes. And so this is another thing to think about. 88% or more people are unhealthy living this on the standard American diet. Are you part of that 88%? I am part of the 12% of people who are healthy, who are not eating the sad American diet. So where do you want to be? Where are you determined to be that 12%? Because you do have to make a choice for health, because you can settle for aging slow and young and aging beautifully and adventurously, which is a choice because that's a choice for health. And I can help you fast track that because I know how to do it. And the other choice is to stay in that 88% and end up with metabolic dysfunction and the diseases of lifestyle. And it's not if it happens, but when. And it's not just one, but it could be two. And so if you're pre-diabetic and insulin resistant already, don't you want to stop that? And you can. Those are reversible. Those are lifestyle diseases that are reversible. And then if you don't control them now, what happens is they become diabetes because the blood sugar has been elevated too long, and your pancreas isn't working, and your liver is no longer functioning the way it's designed. And then the kidney's going to fail, and you can have kidney dysfunction. And then the other side of that, of diabetes, is then Alzheimer's and dementia. And that's what one of my clients noticed that she no longer has to worry about, which lights my heart up because I'm celebrating with her. So many things we can do. We do not have to age decrepit. We do not have to live in a nursing home. We can stay active into our 90s and be independent if we choose to have that. And then yes, it can be an investment. It is a lifestyle choice, and it is something that I help my clients do. And this is my business. And it starts maybe with you at the Slender Forever, or Slender Forever. Yes, that's part of it too, but I'm calling it Slender Over 50. Be slender forever. I plan to be. Holistic path to healthy aging. So you don't have to have decrepit knees. You don't have to have knee surgery. You don't have to have hip replacement. I'm never going to, because I turned off my sugar switch. I turned off my aging process. I slowed it down so that I don't have the inflammation, because when I lost the weight, I lost the inflammation. I lost 100 pounds of inflammation. When I did that, what I did was lose weight for good, lose weight permanently because I changed my lifestyle. And as I corrected all of my holistic health habits, created them, and made this a lifestyle, then what I get to do is keep it instead of losing it. So when I go out to dinner, I eat everything low carb. When I go out on vacation, everything's low carb. When I go out and about, I just bring my own food. I don't care what other people think. This is my body and my life, and I'm going to be healthy. And so sometimes we have to have that armor. We have to be more confident and understand that we need to take care of ourselves and have our body healthy the way we want it to have. But it is always something that we get to recreate and get to choose to do, which is so exciting. And when we can run labs, run the diagnostic labs that the medical system will not run for you and will not, even if they did, they don't interpret it for you like I do. And they don't take all the labs and run it all, put it all out in front of you. The 6 diagnostic labs that I consider important to figure out what's going on in your body at the foundational level, which is your food sensitivity test, your hair tissue mineral analysis, your Dutch urine test to find your hormones, your gut test to figure out what's going on in your body. We got to open up the hood and look underneath. This is the window into your gut. And then we're going to run permeability and metabolic panel. This gives us so much information to play with. There's so many things that we can correct inside our body if we have information. And when you work with somebody like me, who has that lived experience and educational experience and practice this with clients, and I learn from every single client even more, it makes me more powerful, it makes this process super powerful. When we do this, we get to age like a boss and feel better in our body. This is when you conquer menopause and don't have to suffer. This is when you get to take back control of your health, reclaim your health, and live your best life and reclaim life. And so this is so exciting. And so these are things that you get to choose to do. So after I post this, I'm going to put this in the stories. That's also in my bio. And come on over and say hi to me in Facebook and join my group program. This is Slender Over 50, the holistic path to healthy aging. And I'm going to have, I'm having one tomorrow, but I'm also going to have one on the 30th. And I'm here for you guys. I'm here to help educate you, support you, and keep you accountable if you want that. And if you want more and you want to get on a 15-minute discovery call, that is free to find out more about, just to get to know me, see if we got to fit together, what's going on, and whether or not, you want to take it further and actually do a health adventure strategy call. And those calls are $99. But when you spend that $99, you're investing in yourself. And if you join my program, that money goes back to your program. And so you're not actually losing the money. You're actually just investing it. So also, I want to let you know that I'm planning a Sedona retreat for the middle of October. So as long as I can get the right amount of people to go, we're going to plan it. If not, it's going to be for next May, but I'm hoping to get the Sedona retreat off and running. And also, I'm super excited to let you know that I've been really ramping up and planning my 1-year VIP all-inclusive program. And it is 1 year, and it is it's such an exciting program because it's an inclusive. I've got a lot of stuff into that. You don't have to pay for the labs. It comes included with that double set of labs, and that's pretty exciting. And then I have a bunch of toys in there for you to have fun with creating your low carb diet and holistic lifestyle. So there's a lot of things included for that, and it comes. This is it. Private Sedona, one-on-one private Sedona retreat. So if that's something you think you would be interested in, and you've got a lot of weight to lose, and you might have one or more diseases that you want to manage or correct, if your body lets you, by correcting your diet, fixing your liver, fixing your gut, fixing your digestion, and putting your body back together again, and organizing all of your minerals so that you're actually absorbing everything and able to sleep and turn off the inflammation. If that's something you're interested in, we should talk, because it's going to be super exciting. And I can't wait to work one-on-one with unlimited cell phone contact for 1 year. And then with the pay in full in that process, it's going to be an actual 3 extra month accountability sessions. And it includes a one-on-one Sedona with me for 3 nights in Sedona so that you can activate this lifestyle. Don't underestimate the power of activating a low carb lifestyle in Sedona, in that energy with me, with somebody who has that conviction and certainty and know that you're on the right track and to support you and hold you accountable and guide you in the right direction that you need to go. So I do have a 6-month program. I have and that's going to really support you. But there's also that 1-year VIP program. But I am so excited to be here helping you, guide you. Just keep in mind, weight loss is a 2-part process, and that's my cat. She's decided she needs to get out. 2-part process. You have to lose the weight. You need to keep it off. I'm keeping the weight off and 100 pounds down, gaining muscle at 62. Diet, don't ever diet. You just need to change your lifestyle and eat more correctly and do it right so the weight loss just falls off. That's how we want to do it. And keeping it off is the holistic side to healthy aging for the holistic low carb method. That's what we want to do. And come join me for my webinar. Just click on the link and come. No hard sells, but I will have an offer for you. And I'm going to get you excited. I might cry a little bit because this is my story as well. Excuse me. And I hope to see you tomorrow. Take care.